had that glow. You know, the one you have when you meet the love of your life at a wedding in Hawaii, and he wants to make you his forever. The one you have when you know that nothing can go wrong at 36. Well, it only took 3 little words to dim my light. I felt like I was jumped in a game, given these colors, the color pink. I soon learned there was nothing pretty in pink. Managing the ebbs and flows after a breast cancer diagnosis was never ending. Our life together was just beginning, but we had no future in sight. I'm now standing here in my chemo glow, willing to share my moments, because I soon learned that the glow doesn't define me. I define the glow. Hi, guys. Welcome to Chemo Glow, where the glow doesn't define me. I define the glow. I am so excited tonight because y'all know we do a lot around here. But before we start, if you're on YouTube right now and you see that I have 1 million followers, I need 1,000,001. So what I need you to do right now is hit the subscribe button. If you were sent this link, I want you to now subscribe. Like, it just came up on my phone that I was going live. So I need you to subscribe right now to YouTube. But we're on so many different platforms. We're still on Twitter. Yes, we are. You can meet us there, see us there. All things are on Twitter. We're also on Facebook. You know, Facebook is for, the people over 50. That's me. But you can still see us on Facebook as well, and Instagram for our younger followers. But I believe everybody has Instagram, and I might have to get a TikTok or two. I am trying not to, but apparently that's what I need to do. And you can check out my website, chemoglow.com, where you can get information about what's going on with us. But if you really want to do something and share your story, go to chemoglow@gmail.com. I will be so happy to hear from you guys. I am looking for more guests. I am booked up until December, I believe. We're out to December, but if I have to do more than one live or podcast, I'm going to make it happen because we're doing a lot out here in these pink streets. We are making things happen. And I'm about to talk a little bit about myself. Is that okay? Just a little bit about myself. Well, last week I told you guys that I was going to be on My Carolina. It was amazing. I'm rocking my natural up there. They have the whole Regina Jones breast cancer survivor. It was so fun. And I was joined by Anna with Cancer Chic. I'm hoping to have her on in November. These pink streets in October, it's a lot to do, but hopefully we'll have her on. She's amazing as well. And I was also a couple of weeks ago at Healing Pines Respite, the classic first golf tournament that they did, which was amazing. And I kept telling you that I met some wonderful people. Well, guess what? One of the wonderful people, they are going to be on. And you're not reading that wrong. You're not reading that wrong at all. Lorelai has a reason why she spells it that way and the meaning of that. So I want you to make sure you check her out. Go to her website because she was diagnosed with cancer at 28. I'm not going to tell you a lot about it, but her website is so amazing. And Chemo to Kindness, that is her title. I was like, do you mind if I use that for your live? Chemo to Kindness. You know how you just meet someone and they are just your person? That is truly, truly, truly my person. So I really do. I can't wait to see her come on live with us. It's going to be so amazing. So make sure you check us out with Lorelai. She does her thing. We'll see her next Wednesday at 8 o'clock. So, I'm always telling you I'm out here in these pink streets doing so much. Well, I'm in out here because American Cancer Society. And one of the people that have me out here doing so much is Tammy Messercola, Senior Development Manager for Making Strides of the Triangle. Welcome, Tammy. Come on in and join us. And this is the first time that
Hello,
you don't have on a Making Strides t-shirt.
right? I know. I'm in full event mode these days because it's getting close, so you never know how you'll spot me around the triangle.
Oh, you are always out and about, and you had me again out there doing so many things at Lenovo. Was that last week or 2 weeks ago?
It's
I
hard to
don't
keep
know.
track, right? We have been on a little tour of the triangle.
Yes.
That was last week. We're up to more things this week, and you're one of the best executive ambassadors, part
Oh,
of that elite group. So I
oh, well, thank you so much. Now, I know we're gonna be talking about making strides and everything pink and the power of pink, but I wanna talk a little bit about you.
sure.
Tell our millions of viewers, tell them a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. So, first of all, I have been at the American Cancer Society for over 10 years, worked in many different capacities. My partner in crime and the love of my life for the last 30 years, life has taken us in a lot of different directions, and our lives finally aligned. And it was like best friends become life partners, and it's been amazing. Now, he'll tell you how I have him as, one of those volunteers that are voluntold. You'll see him loading trucks all around the place and helping. But yeah, we are lucky. Together, we have 7 children who are
Oh, my
older, but
goodness.
we're almost like the Brady Bunch. So life is hectic, life is full, and with big families, of course, we encounter all different paths and difficulties that we work through together, but together we're stronger, right?
Together you're stronger, and in this picture, I mean, can you tell me where you were at and what you were doing
Yeah,
at this time?
yeah, it was amazing. So we are celebrating our 5-year anniversary a little late, but Jeremy and I went to a special place. It's been special to my family in Aruba. And
Mm.
at this picture, I took him on a surprise date at this really special boutique hotel on the beach where we had
Oh, I
this
love
private
it.
dinner. Yeah. So, we work hard, but we play harder.
Yes, you have to because you yourself have been a caregiver. Tell
I
me a
have.
little bit about that.
I have. So I had a family member, actually, that was diagnosed with stage 4 esophageal cancer. And it was, a happy time in life. We were getting towards the holidays, and all of a sudden, I went to a doctor's appointment with him because he was having ear pain. And we thought, oh, the doctor kept saying it was allergies, allergy related. And I'm one of those people. When
Mhm.
you know something's wrong, I do not stop until you get an answer. And most men in my life, even my dad, he's real tough, puts things off, but I'm like, that's it. I'm dragging you to the doctor.
Mhm.
And lo and behold, the first answer, they didn't see anything. We went to another specialist, and finally, after pressing and getting a CAT scan, discovered esophageal cancer at stage 4.
Oh my goodness.
So I sat there while we both listened to those words, and I
Mhm.
remember going to the car thinking, wait a minute, what just happened? And at that time, I already worked for the American Cancer Society. So I was
Yeah.
like, I got this. I know all this information. I know where we can get help. But those words come at you, and it is
Mhm.
very overwhelming, despite what you might know.
And
Um,
and with that, working for the American Cancer Society, despite what you might know, you know the resources, you know the ins and out, but now you're sitting on the outside looking in. Were you able to utilize those resources, and did you know who to call at that time?
Well, it's funny because my first call was our 800 number, which I talk
Mhm.
about all the time. And I
Yes.
didn't know exactly what I needed, but I needed to tell somebody and I needed to find out a little more about the complicated decisions that we needed to make. So I dialed 1-800-227-2345 and I said, "Hi, my name's Tammy." I gave him the background that I worked there, but this is what I was faced with. And I'll tell you, not only was the information wonderful, but after I called that first time,
Mhm.
every time I called back, they knew who I was. I didn't have to
Oh,
start
see,
from
that's
the beginning
amazing.
and tell the whole story all over again.
Uh-huh.
They were like, "Okay, how'd you make out at this first appointment on Wednesday? What happened? What did they tell you?"
Mhm.
And then I got to ask them questions because we had to make some decisions. And did I quite understand everything? I had a lot of materials. I was doing research, but it was,
Taking notes.
yeah, to talk to
Yeah.
a person directly. And also being a caregiver, sometimes you don't want your survivor having to answer all these questions for you
Mhm.
or making them worry more that you don't understand the options. So for me to be able to talk to them while he was sleeping or, you know, in another room, I could get the answers we needed and then be in control. Um,
Yes.
they would even send me, okay, here's a list of questions to ask at your next appointment. These are the things you need to know next time. And it was amazing. Just that one resource available 24/7. There was one night I woke up at 2 a.m. and couldn't sleep because I needed an answer to something and I called and they were
And
right
you
there to help
called
me.
that 1-800 number, which we're gonna put back on the screen because you guys need to know. Did you hear what she said? She actually said that they knew who she was from the last call. So when you're calling, it feels like a cold call, but they remember and they do have some different resources out there. Can you tell us some of those resources that you could utilize during the time when you call that 1-800-227-2345?
Well, so my favorite resource, just the most life-saving that I think there is
Mhm.
transportation. Transportation's the number one barrier to treatment. So if people
Mhm.
can't get there on time or get there to finish their treatment on time, they're not going to have the most positive outcomes. So for me, when I was with my family member sitting and waiting
Mhm.
for him to finish chemotherapy or radiation, one of the biggest things I noticed is a lot of people in the waiting rooms were talking about how they were going to get there tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
And at that time, I lived in upstate New York. It was the middle of winter. So that itself brought challenges with the weather and being able, to drive or people not feeling good and having to try to drive through snow and ice was not good. So I found myself, even though I sort of stepped away from work to do this
Yeah.
caregiving role, I was giving out information about our Road to Recovery program. And Road to Recovery is across the country. And we utilize volunteers that give up their time, their car, and their gas to
Mhm.
drive people to and from treatment every day. So, for one, these people, these patients and their caregiver that you're driving are so thankful to be able to get there safely because let's face it, sometimes they think they can drive, but they're taking
They
medications where
can't.
they should not be driving.
I've been on the road many of times and had to pull over, and my nurse navigator is like, "Why you out there again?" Because I felt like I could do it, like, in my
Right.
mind, but my body says no.
And you want
And
to.
we want to, like, we're over here trying to survive and thrive and get through this, and we really do want to get through it, but it takes that road to recovery, that person who's sitting there, and the person that's sitting there wants to do it, so they
Mm.
know why you're in the car. You don't feel like you don't feel like, you have to explain. There's so many people out there, and they're trained. They have the information, and
Yes.
it's available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And so we have Road to Recovery, and what else do we have?
So, another great resource on that number are insurance specialists. So, whether you
Whoa.
have insurance or you're uninsured, we have insurance navigators that can help you get through that piece because insurance is complicated enough, but when you're going through a cancer diagnosis, it gets even more complicated to understand.
Yeah.
So they will help you walk through it. If you don't have insurance, they will tap into your state or local county to see what resources are out there for you to take advantage of. Because in many cases, there are different grants and such, depending where you live. They even know if those resources are exhausted or what's left with those resources, and they will get you connected.
And what is so amazing is we were just at Lenovo,
Yes.
and one of the women says her sister was diagnosed with cancer, and she needed her mammogram. She was diagnosed with cancer,
Hmm.
and she didn't have any insurance. What should we do?
Right. And
You know
she
what
was so confused. She was
she
like,
was.
and she had no idea that
Yes.
everyone has access to screenings. They
Yes.
do not cost anything.
Yeah.
Whether you are insured or uninsured, there are avenues for you to make sure that you get your screenings. And a matter of fact, American Cancer Society has a branch called Action Cancer Network, or
Mhm.
ACSN as we refer it to. And we do much lobbying with our state, local, federal legislators, congressmen to ensure that people have access to care, and also keeping those cancer laws at the top of their mind to make sure that they are lobbying for the same as we are.
Yeah, and, they were out there at all of our events as well. Do you make sure that they're out there, they're talking, they're not just behind the scenes, they are
Right.
right there. And there's another program that's out there. There's a brand new study that
Yeah.
we've been talking about. Would you like to share that study?
Oh gosh, this is going to be really life changing. So, we
Mhm,
just launched a crowd study last month. It is called The Voices of Black Women.
mhm,
And we are recruiting 100,000 participants to take part in this study. And there are parameters you need to meet. You cannot have had a cancer diagnosis prior, you need to be African American, and between the ages of 25 and 55.
mhm.
So you can visit our page, voices.cancer.org, to find out more and see if you qualify. But this study is really going to uncover the facts why African American women, although they aren't diagnosed as often when it comes to breast cancer as other races, but their outcomes are not as positive
Mhm.
as other races. So why is that? Is it their culture? Is it do they not have the same access to care? Are they being treated differently? Is it their diet? We're going to follow them and uncover these facts over the next 3 years, and to see what markers we can uncover to change this trajectory.
It is
So,
so important because I
life
know that
changing.
I don't want my kids to hear that. Those
Right.
words, "You have cancer." And I was able to speak on it even though I can't join the study because I was already diagnosed with breast cancer. Just think about the folks who will come before me or after me, who hear those words. But if we go ahead and put it out there, let's see what's going on. Is it something that we are, is there a barrier? Is it, the way we live our lives? What is going on that we are dying over
Mhm.
here and we're not
Right.
being diagnosed. So I want to make sure, guys, if you get a chance, please make sure you check out this website. It is so amazing. And they have how many people do they have already? Do you know?
You know what? I'm not sure what the count is right now. I would
Yeah.
be lying if I quoted it, but
Okay.
let me tell you one other thing is that you don't have to be African American to help with this study, because you
Mm,
can be an ambassador. You can help recruit women that fall in those age brackets and
yes.
get them to sign up and just spread the word. So, we count on people like you, Regina, who have stepped up to be a volunteer
Thank
ambassador
you.
in many ways. And because there's me here. I can't cover the whole North Carolina, South Carolina. You know what I mean? So we count
Yeah.
on volunteers and ambassadors to be out there being able to talk about it just like I can, and
Yes.
recruit people to take part, because it is really life changing. Life changing.
Oh, I'm so happy that I'm able to be a part of that. Like you said, I am putting it out there. I'm going on TV. I'm talking about it. We're going to different places. We are truly out in these pink streets making things
Absolutely.
happen. And
Absolutely.
talking about that, oh my goodness, y'all decided to go to the beach without me.
Yeah.
This
Oh my
was
goodness.
the first
The very
pink
first pink tide
tide. Tell me
of
a little bit about it.
yeah, so Pink Tide of Pleasure Island, which includes Wilmington, Wrightsville, Carolina Beach, Curry Beach, that whole coastal area. We have a lot of volunteers that might work and live part time in Raleigh, but also reside in the beach area. And since COVID, they really haven't gotten these events back up and running. So this year was the first year. We had a lot of volunteers as well as our Zeta Group, which are national cancer survivor sponsor across the
Mhm,
nation. Many of them came out to take part in this as well. And we had a celebration of many cancer survivors that came out to participate. We walked 3.1 miles around the
mhm.
lake and then just celebrated each other and really created some awareness about how to get involved in the event, what our resources are. It was amazing. We had um, a fitness group that did a warm up and cool down for us. We had sponsors around the Carolina Beach area that produced shirts, did giveaways, and did lots of things downtown like pink drinks and menu items to benefit the American Cancer Society. So, certainly a way again to bring the community together to let everyone know, boy, if you're facing a cancer diagnosis, you're not in it alone. And especially in a close knit beach community like that, they really rally together. And I mean, they just got through a hurricane.
Mm,
They're still rebuilding their community, but
yeah,
did that stop them? No, because cancer doesn't sleep. It
it
doesn't
does
take a
not.
break. It
It
doesn't
does
care if
not.
there's a hurricane or disaster. There's still people we need to help. There are people that have been displaced by these storms, and the American Cancer Society is there to help them, continue their treatment and get what they need so that they can finish it on time.
And they even welcome you back. The first week in October, you already have the
Yes.
date
So
before the big
tentatively,
walk.
yes. So tentatively, we will be the first week in October down at the beach
Uh-huh.
community again for the second one. And if
Yes.
anybody out there is listening and you're down in that beach area, even part time, and you want to get involved, we're definitely putting together a committee right now that'll start in February and work through the year planning that event. So there's already a lot of great ideas flying around, and you're really not going to want to miss it.
You're not, because we just had our first time at the Zinc House for our
Yes.
fashion show, and that was so amazing. And you talk about our ambassadors, right? We have some wonderful women that work alongside you. I don't think people understand that it's you and it's volunteers, and of course you have your team in the office, but it's volunteers that
Absolutely.
make things come together. And this was at the Zinc House, and this was our kickoff.
Yeah, so
And
each August, we do a
mhm.
kickoff event. We'll be doing that down at the beach as well, but here in Raleigh, we had an amazing event with about 350 of our closest friends, our sponsors, volunteers that came out to really kick this season off.
Mhm,
And that helps us, educate corporate partners in our community to get involved, how they can sponsor, how they can develop teams, which is great team building as well, to come out and make a difference, whether it's big funds that they're giving as a sponsorship or
mhm.
just raising dollars amongst each other, inviting their families out, men reminding everyone in their lives, all the women in their life, did they get their screenings? And even more importantly, that not a lot of men think about, men get diagnosed with breast cancer as well. There'll be about 2,800 men this year that have heard those words that they have breast cancer. So we'd like to bring that awareness into this event as well. We do have a program called Men Wear Pink,
Yeah.
where these corporate partners have men that wear pink through the month and do their own campaign for breast cancer awareness through October. So pretty spectacular.
And this Friday, you have someone who will be taping My Carolina. Jonathan, he's actually going to be my guest on
Oh,
the
great. Yeah.
30th. So, guys, men do
Yeah.
get
And
breast cancer. They're
Jonathan,
diagnosed.
I'm not going to give away his story, but
Yeah.
Jonathan Reed, he will, the real DJ Smooth, actually, is
Yeah.
what people know him by. But he'll tell a story about how he really took control of his healthcare. He did not give up until he found out an accurate diagnosis. He
Mhm.
thought he got bit by a bug. He could have written it off, but he didn't. And it's a really important message for everyone, not just men, but men and women alike, to really pay attention to your body. And if you know something's not right, don't don't settle until you feel confident that you've gotten the right answer.
Yeah, because all the our closest friends that were with us at the Zinc House, they were there also to see the fashion show. So we had men
Yeah.
and women because Men Wear Pink have their own fashion show as well.
Right.
And here we are, lovely. Oh my goodness. They did such a wonderful job. The women wore black with a elegant touch of pink, which I really, really liked. It was so nice, and the fashion show was so amazing. I mean, we had some wonderful women come out and join us, and of course, our girl Flair put that together
Oh,
with
yeah.
all the help of the volunteers and so many other people who came out to help us. That was I mean, the Zinc House did their thing.
Yeah. If you haven't been to the Zinc House before, wow, what an awesome venue in itself.
Mhm.
And I'll
Yes.
tell you, I think the highlight of that whole kickoff is that fashion show. And it's really not about the fashions as much as it is about the strong women that walk that stage and tell their
Mhm.
stories,
Mhm.
and the smile on their face and just their attitudes of strength are amazing. It's very
So
inspiring.
amazing.
It's what fuels me every day to continue doing what I do for sure.
Oh, well, I definitely thank you for having it there this year. I'm hoping that they will have us back next year because they've opened
Oh,
up
yeah.
their boutique, they've opened up their coffee shop. They have so much stuff going on, and I really, really, really did enjoy that time. Now, we got something big coming up
Oh,
in
yeah.
October, and you are going to obviously drag out this pink chair right here.
Yeah, this pink chair is a highlight. The big pink chair. It's one of our sponsorship opportunities at our big walk coming up on Saturday, October 26th at the Durham Bulls Athletic Park. This event is sure to be huge. Last year, we welcomed over 7,000 participants to walk with us. And this year, I'm sure we will see the same or not even more. We are, a triangle event. So we have moved around. We've been in Raleigh. Last year, we were out in Cary. And this year, we're coming to the Bull City. We'll be in Durham. And people are extremely excited. As a matter of fact, the mayor will be welcoming everybody to the city. And we have some great things in store. One of
I
the one of the highlights, Regina, you'd have to say, is that Survivor area.
It's gonna be the Survivor area. It's gonna be so amazing. So if they want more information, we definitely have to make sure that we send them to the website. And what is
Right.
that website?
So it's makingstrideswalk.org/triangle NC. And if you
Yeah.
forget that, just scan that QR code you see on the screen. It'll take you right to that website. It doesn't cost anything to sign up. There's no registration fee. There's
Mhm.
no minimum you have to raise. Just come out and join us. You can fundraise as little or as much as you want. I have an individual on there right now. She is going through a breast cancer diagnosis. She's
Yes.
already raised over $10,000.
Oh my goodness. I gotta get on that website. I didn't I
Crazy.
Man, okay, so this is what I'm gonna say, like, right now to all my million viewers. If you go to Chemo Glow, you go to that page, everything you donate, I will match up to $500. So if
Well,
you go and you donate $5, a dollar, I will match it. From this date, what time is it? It's 8:30.
8:30,
It's
8:30.
8:30, right? So, we're gonna pull up that website real quick because if you guys go to that website and you donate, because our walk is on the 26th, and if we make it past that $500 mark, I might even keep donating.
Hey, you have
So
1,000,000 viewers. If everyone
I have
gives
$1,000,000
$1,
viewers.
just give
$1.
$1.
Just give $1 to the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer event. If you find Chemo Glow, I'm trying to get up there. I'm trying to donate, guys. I cannot wait for this walk October 26th, and it is going to be amazing. So as you can see, you can sign up. It's not too late to have a team, right?
Oh, no, not at all.
All
You can
right.
sign up the day of if you need to. If you forget to sign up and you find out, "Oh, geez, I have time today. I'm gonna go out there early and walk," just show up and we will get you signed up when you get there. We'll
Yeah.
have QR codes that you can scan and register right on site. It's great to do it ahead of time so that but you can still fundraise for this event through December 31st as well. So
People don't
just
realize
because
that.
yeah, just because we walk on October 26th, it doesn't stop there. We keep going till December 31st. So there's a chance that your company might offer a matching gift, just like
Mhm.
Christina just put out there. So all of those things really add to our success and enable us to do some of those programs and services that I discussed earlier.
And again, all the sponsors that are out there. Can you talk about our corporate sponsors that are gonna be there?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have Duke Cancer Institute, who's been a longtime partner of Making Strides. They're so happy that we're in their neck of the woods this year,
Mhm.
along with Wake Med, Pfizer, Lenovo,
Oh my goodness.
um, Walmart is a huge sponsor this year, have really
Mhm.
gotten involved, and one of our platinum partners, Clancy and Thays, the Siemens Health and Ears, Wegmans,
They just
Chevy.
joined us this year, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And some of these folks, they were involved pre-COVID. It took a little while to get things back up and running again. So now people are coming out in full force. You'll see Zeta Tau Alpha scrolling there. Like I said earlier, they're our national survivor sponsor, along with Chevy. You'll notice that Chevy will do a big campaign on social media that's
mhm,
hashtag I drive for. And
mhm.
every time you hashtag I drive for, all the survivors in your life or whoever, you might have a specific person, they'll donate $5 to us. So really look for that on social or LinkedIn. We have many partners who
Mhm.
make corporate teams and are busy raising lots of money doing different give backs and such. So it's not too late to be a sponsor either. You still can
It's
sponsor.
not
There's
too
lots of things.
late.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and and please make sure you go to this website, you sign up, you donate. If you don't donate to my team, donate. All right, but I will match it. I need to go up there and see. I think I'm close to about 2,000, but I'm not at the 9,000 mark. But what I would like to make sure that you understand that we are going to be looking at these top teams. They're going to have their own tent this year.
Yeah, the
So
top
the
five.
top 5 teams will have their own tent this year. I have a ways to go to get to that 9,000, and that 9,000 is gonna I think she might hit. She just might hit 20.
Oh,
I
yeah, you
I
never know.
you never know, and it's so amazing because her story is amazing. She is currently just finishing treatment.
Yeah.
So she has
Yeah.
all the love and support, and this will be her walk, and she's coming out to join us. So make sure you pay attention to this website. It's such an amazing thing. You can fundraise, get involved, volunteer. If you want to volunteer, you can volunteer, sign up, recruit. Raise the money. We're going to have our survivors and we're going to have a thriver speaking on the stage. I cannot wait. Miss Mackenzie will be joining us on the stage. We'll have our caregivers out there, and we're going to have our more vendors this year.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. You won't wanna miss it. We all of our vendors, our pop-up market will be giving back at least 10-15% back to Making Strides Against Breast Cancer. Also, all of our food trucks will also be doing a give back. So
Mm,
if you need to grab a cup of coffee, know that it's going towards our mission as well. It is all fabulous, and you'll hear some of those survivors on stage. Our own Regina Jones will be right up there emceeing along with our CBS 17 news anchors. So we're
mhm,
super excited about it. You want to come out, even if you don't feel like walking 3 miles, there's a
mhm.
1 mile option, or you can just stay in the festival area. We have entertainment in the survivor area on our main stage. We have dance groups. We have the YMCA Super Skippers, which is quite a show. If you
Yeah,
haven't seen them skip rope, oh, it's amazing.
and we'll have yoga,
Yep.
warm up and cool down.
Zumba.
Zumba, warm up and
It's
cool
gonna
down.
be fun.
I cannot wait. It's gonna be so much fun. And if you don't have the gear,
Oh,
like
we
you
have
like,
it.
I forgot my pink shirt.
We have it,
Oh, we have it in the Making Strides store.
and
And
it's gonna be
so
chilly, so we'll have you covered with some sweatshirts.
mhm,
We have those, and, yeah, don't worry, just come on out.
come on
We'll warm
out.
you up.
We'll definitely warm you up. I am so happy to have you on. We have been in these streets making sure people know about Making Strides of the Triangle. And like you said, we've been everywhere from Cary to Raleigh, and now we're in Durham. We have to move around, but
Absolutely.
also we're touching places like Sanford. We went to
Right.
um,
Five.
Pfizer, and then you were just in Apex and
Right.
all around. We're all around. We have not just our big corporate sponsors, but we have people coming out and just giving of their time. It's not too late to volunteer. We always need volunteers the day of. So make sure that you check that QR code. You actually call, you ask us, we'll give you, we even have the phone calls where we can actually train them and let them know what
Right.
to expect that day. And we'll have volunteers there that will help you walk through. So if you guys want to come out and join us, please do on October 26th. What else would you like to share with my millions of listeners before we get off here?
I just want to say, thanks for letting me talk about it, because one of our missions is reaching people in hard to reach communities, people
Mhm,
that might not know about these resources. So we have a lot of those that are highlighted at the walk too for people to find out about. Come and find out a little bit more about what we do. Walk with us, create awareness, and more importantly, show this community if they're
mhm.
going through something hard, if they've been touched by cancer, they're not in this alone. We're all there to walk alongside them, and just they have their community, right? They're not
Yeah.
in it alone is an important message.
You're not alone. From
Mhm.
caregivers to survivors to thrivers, you are not alone.
That's
Thank
right.
you so much, Tammy. It is, Tammy again always is in a Making Strides shirt.
I am.
Her hair is
Well,
always pulled up in a ponytail.
I'm
She
telling you.
I'm
Well,
so happy to see you, just hair down, looking pretty, doing your thing. Because guess what? We're about to put our hair back up, put our T-shirts back on, and we're gonna hit the ground running just tomorrow.
absolutely.
It's going
Absolutely.
down. Tammy, thank you so much for joining me. We will make sure that we run this. We'll post it on all platforms. Please share it. Let people know that they can still see it on YouTube, Facebook, and they can go to your website as well for Making Strides Against Breast Cancer. American Cancer Society, I've been there for over 13 years volunteering, and guys, you can too.
Absolutely.
Tammy, I'm glad that you joined me this evening. It was such a wonderful time speaking to you. And we do have some folks that was like, thanks, ladies, for the information. Now she's always out there. Tasha, she's always out there.
That's
So I
awesome.
hope to see her again this next weekend. It feels like it's this weekend already.
I know,
We're
right?
in the
It's
home
coming
stretch.
quick. It's coming quick,
Well,
but, come out
why
next weekend and join
next
us for
weekend,
sure.
October 26th, and where is it gonna be again?
Durham Bulls Athletic Park. Everything starts at 8 a.m., and we'll
Mhm,
wrap it up by about noon. So come on out, even at noontime. Explore the tobacco campus. If you don't get out there much, there's many restaurants and
mhm.
fun things to do. So come and check it out.
Come check it out. Thank you, Tammy, so much. I appreciate it. Tell your husband I said thank you too.
I sure will. You'll see
All
him
right.
out there working.
Tell her voluntold.
Voluntold.
Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate it. Guys, this has been so amazing. Make sure you come out and you join us because cancer just doesn't happen in the month of October. Like you heard her, we're going to be starting up in February, and you can donate all the way to the end of December. Again, if you want to donate to Chemo Glow, I will match it up to $500 up until the walk. So even if you donate a dollar, tell a friend. Tell a friend. Come out and join us. Volunteer if you can. And just remember, guys, that the glow doesn't define me. I define the glow. This was so amazing. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.